and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Barman, and welcome to another night of the Silly Shill Show here on the EiE Network. We've got a show planned for you tonight that's going to require 3 pairs of underwear. It's that fucking stupid. You're going to piss yourself with the level of redonkulous people we have found. But we have a question first. Do you know what's worse than getting a Cranberries song stuck in your head? In your head? In your head? Oh, fuck's sake. I better turn over to the other head in the room, floating in the jar in the corner. Kevin, how you doing? Take us round.
Oh, awful. I was hoping for something way more interesting than that, but that awful song? All right. Hello, Space Cowboys. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's keeping well. I just want to make a brief mini rant here. There was a trending tag on Twitter, trending in Canada, in my country, 11.3 thousand tweets. Hashtag instead of going to Mars. People bitching about things we could have spent the money that we ended up spending on Perseverance rover. Quick tip. Don't complain about a 0.49% investment that has a $7 to $14 return. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So let's go around the table and see who's with us today. Quickly ask you, Barman, since you introduced me, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm running out of wine. I'm on day 2 of 7 days worth of prep videos, so that's getting very mind-numbing. So there is that. But also, I want to just ask, people are moaning about the NASA money being spent on going to Mars when America buys aircraft carriers that cost over half of NASA's budget each. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just glad we sorted that out.
Yep, there's a lot of trillions you could complain about instead of billions. Let's see, who else do we have with us today? Mike Bertelson, how are you today?
Pretty good, doing a lot better today. And I have to agree with you because most people don't realize that there is a return on most of the space explorations budgets we've had in the past. Mm-hmm. So, you could be thankful for whatever device it is you're streaming on right now or watching on right now. Probably had something to do with the space program.
Absolutely. That's something I tweeted out, actually. Just a quick mini list: enriched baby food, highway safety grooves, your cell phone, artificial limbs, cochlear implants, scratch resistant lenses, LASIK, anti-icing systems, improved radial tires, temper foam, firefighting equipment, air scrubbers, and much more all come from NASA.
Adult diapers.
I think that's actually I believe that is a fact. Something to do with something they developed for the spacesuits. Oh boy. Colon, how are you today?
I'm doing okay. A little bit flustered from earlier on with the Mega Mirror Live. We unfortunately didn't get the guest we were looking for. Had to reset and reseat everything and try and get everybody in again and build something up. So we actually produced OK Boomer. So we had a damn good time having a little chat with Boomer on the... And it was fun. So
awesome.
And I needed a sleep. I slept for just over 2 hours afterwards, so it was nice. Now I'm on a beer.
This is a
Bring
good
it on,
show
stupid.
It's a good show to be well rested for.
Yes.
Let's see. I believe, are you pushing all the buttons today, Mr. Dawson? Is that you?
I am indeed. I've got a list of stupid at my disposal that I can unleash on the unsuspecting debunker any fucking time I want. So watch who you're talking to there, buckaroos. We've got a hell of a selection, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to have ourselves an absolute blast. I'm really looking forward to this one. Can't wait.
Excellent. And host of the after show, Cheesemondo, how are you today, sir?
Hello there, hello everyone. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a good week all around. I can't complain. I had my year on YouTube stream earlier this week. Bring on the stupid.
Excellent.
Careful what you ask for.
Very true.
Hey, Mondo, that's a movie night line.
Simple and sweet. I like it. And keeping an eye on the chat and keeping us all in line as usual, we have Aimee Hogan. How are you today?
including the fake news.
And Matthew.
And Matthew, we're doing great. Thank you. We finally had a nice, fairly warm, sunny day, so we got to run out and do errands after our behavior person came.
Have you finished those errands?
Yep, we did. And we finished our errands. We're ready to bring on the stupid. And I wanted to thank Miss Jenny for coming on. And I wanted to thank everybody in the chat for coming too. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. And we love you, Miss Jenny.
Stupid, including the fake news.
Excellent. And speaking of guest of the hour, Jenni Morgan, how are you today?
Oh, I'm just fine, and I'm very pleased to be on the Shills show. Finally, after all these years.
Well,
We're glad to have you.
It's good to have you on the panel.
Does anybody in Chatland know if I've ever been on this show before? Dick and I keep having this discussion, and I think I haven't, and he thinks I have.
Think you have.
Oh,
You know, after the show, we're gonna have to go through some of the back episodes and see, because I thought for sure.
Yeah, I know
Been
I've
on-
been on some of the spin-off shows.
Yeah, uncalled for, right? I know you've been on that.
Yeah, and over on my channel a bunch of times.
But I thought those were all just private discussions.
Yeah, well,
When we were hanging out and you were getting drunk and that time you fell over and hit your head.
You got to be more
then-
specific when you say those things.
Well, okay. The night that he hit his head after finding the dog outside in the alley and doing that thing he did.
Doing the thing he did.
yeah. It wasn't on camera and it can't be, but we'll just leave it at that.
In that case, I invite one of our viewers to comb through the 490 uploads we have to see if Jenni Morgan has been on the panel before.
Wow.
Well, it would have been in the first 6 months of you guys. So we'll narrow it down for you.
What was that, Dick?
I totally lost my train of thought because something came up in the chat I was reading, and now I'm just completely lost. I have no idea what was about to come out of my fucking mouth. Not a clue.
Was it Wank and Furious?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I like one wank over the cuckoo's nest.
That's a good one.
I've been watching the shows, since you guys came aboard, and it's really been fun to watch the growth of the network and all the individuals, both as presenters and just people, how people grow individually. And I know that you guys have really made it because you have developed such a big group of enemies who just hate you to death. So you must be doing something right.
Yeah, there's been a couple of drama issues, and you look back on them and it's this tiny little thing, and then somebody gets right pissy, and before you know it, all hell's breaking loose, and you're left sitting there going, but what? Holy fuck. Yeah, modern social media life is crazy at times, man. It's fucked.
Yep. Why can't everyone just go on?
As a truly awful low-budget filmmaker named Vitaly Versace once said, "There is no success without hate."
Wouldn't life be so simpler though if everyone just had wine or beer and chilled out and for fuck's sake, 9 o'clock here. I'm sorry.
or make movies about flat Earth or
yeah.
There you go. It's I find it to be flat Earth teasing and laughing and explaining is quite a fun hobby at times.
Mm-hmm. That's what got me into this.
Yeah, should we look into the bag of stupid, speaking of which, and see what we want to go at first?
Oh, sure.
We've got some good stuff here. Oh, did you guys want to show the footage from that airplane first before we get into things?
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That was amazing.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so this will be fun.
Oh, you'll like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll never fly again, but you'll like this.
I think on this show it needs to be prefaced that what we're about to show you is real.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point. Okay, so here, I'm just going to let it fully play. It's only like 30 seconds or whatever. So here we go.
Oh, no.
That's amazing.
I mean,
Yeah, this is today.
it's still running, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's
Well,
actually running, but it is
It's-
getting fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that front turbine is not turning fast enough to be
So-
actually.
No.
Those are not the seats you want if those compressor blades come apart.
Holy.
Dropped a
And
whole
it's
bunch
lost a
of
lot of its cowling.
it
lot of
dropped a whole
cowling's
bunch
gone.
of parts
Yeah.
on Bloomfield, Colorado.
Yeah.
Emergency
Yes.
landing.
I just read about that this morning. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to call you back in because there's reports of you leaving parts.
You know how hard
yeah.
it was to land that. Imagine if you got one of those balsa wood planes that you put together, and it's got the little rubber band wind up propeller. Well, imagine if you put the propeller on the left wing, nothing on the right wing, and then tried to fly that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys, I mean, the planes are designed to no matter how many engines it does have, it's designed to be able to fly at least for a short period of time on a single engine. That's the fail safe. And this one only has two. So
I think the criteria I read many years ago was that a plane had to be able to cross open water for at least 6 hours on one engine.
yeah, that sounds about right.
So it's
Yeah, that's right.
They're pretty safe most of the time.
Well, it's right now. I think
Most.
it is the safest mode of travel there is. I mean, per number of travelers, it is.
Look at what we're seeing. Look at there's pictures of like debris on the ground that dropped from this thing. It's still flying.
Yes.
Right?
Well, I guess it didn't need those extra parts.
Yeah, the intake cowling on the nacelle landed on some guy's truck, and then rolled underneath his tree in his front yard.
See, now, do you get to keep that stuff?
No,
I would.
no. The NTSB is going to want every single solitary piece for they do an attempt to arrange everything and rebuild everything to try to reverse engineer what the hell went wrong. Because this is really unusual. I mean, what you saw there, obviously something exploded, and it doesn't look like it was. Maybe it was a fuel line, maybe it was something, but it wasn't. Usually, you would think that the turbine, would throw a blade or something, but you would see much more catastrophic damage if that were the case. It's kind of weird to see what's left of the engine and try to figure out what the heck went wrong.
So no one's thinking Donnie Darko at this point, then?
No, probably not. Although I guess on Twitter, that's the big analogy everybody's got.
I would think so. The important thing is no one was hurt, as far as we know.
Yeah.
No one got squished by an airplane engine. And that video clip looks awesome as hell, and I'm really chuffed that I've broken chat.
That shot reminds me of an experience I had where I went up in the Experimental Aircraft Association's Ford Trimotor.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, folks, it's got one prop engine on the wing, another prop engine on the other wing, and one in the center on the fuselage. And I took my seat right next to the engine up front, right in the plane of the blade, which just scared the fuck out of me. And it comes within inches of the fuselage. And there sitting on the engine is an oil pressure gauge. And all I could do was sit there and watch that thing and hope it stayed oil pressure. And it did.
That's cool.
Well, it was neat.
I think I saw Aimee had her hand up.
Yes, I did. I had a good comment in the chat from Professor Phil Bell. Good to see you, by the way, Professor Bell. He said the air rushing into the engine would probably make that turbine turn like it was in the video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Yep. Go on. You have anything to input on that?
No, I've fortunately any engine I've worked on or fired up and all that kind of stuff never burst into flames. So I'm good.
That's always good. That's always good. When I was at A school in the Navy in Great Lakes, Illinois, we were right next to the guys who were going to be the gas turbine engine techs, and they had to watch a video of a gas turbine on a test bed that shit itself. It threw a blade, and it was just catastrophic. The whole engine came apart once that happened. It was amazing. So that's why I don't think that that's what happened here. Yeah, they would have. It might have even taken out the wing if that had happened.
No, there's a whole bunch of electronics and pressure valves and gate and paperwork behind all of that feeds all the engine stuff to it. Electrically wise, you're talking a 5,000 volt spark that is incited into the engine constantly to keep that thing from ticking over. But most of the time, if it does explode like that, that's just a fuel burn off. But to lose all its cowling, geez, that's horrific. To actually blow the cowlings off.
Is that DC or do they rectify it to AC?
No, well, it's a capacitance DC charge, so it's just taken from the main engines, fed through DC capacitance charge.
I don't, I spent so many decades working on cars, but I just had this visualization of this huge fucking 5,000 volt cable coming from some big battery.
Oh, believe me, it's one of the last things you ever touch before going in there, because even the cable's dangerous.
Well, not in a CD ignition system. No, you can. I've grabbed onto 80,000 volts of capacitive discharge ignition. That's no big deal. It makes you jump a little bit and you pee in your pants, but
I bet.
But only for a second.
Anyways, no doubt.
Yeah.
Right, are we going to have a look at videos then, Monsieur Dickless?
Sure. I got a couple of good titles here. So we've got, is this the correct flat Earth map?
Ooh, doubt it.
We've got jacuzzis are deadly.
I like of that.
Right. Truth about alcohol etymology and symbolism.
We watched that last time.
Oh, okay. We did get to that one. I got so lost on that last video we had done, I couldn't remember. Right.
And apparently we did jacuzzis as well.
Did we do? I didn't think we did the jacuzzis.
Yeah. It was an idiot.
Last night.
What was that?
Colon said we did it last night.
Yeah.
I just noticed in the back chat.
Fortunately, Barman, an etymology you'd have loved.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
I missed the etymology one. Alcohol.
I was hoping for it last week.
Oh. Okay, so let's start the list again here. So we got consequences of truth. We've got, is this the correct flat Earth map? Newton's laws contradicting themselves. And we've got non-citizen United States national allows stupid citizen to make a fool of his New York County self.
New York County.
Yeah.
Is that going to be CC? I know. Yeah, he's New York. No, he's, what's it?
Well, Westchester County.
That's the one, yeah.
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 It's not far from, it's right there. But
so what tickles your fancy?
I like to see the flat map one. That's my biggest flurf pet peeve is their lack of a map.
Your guest votes for that one.
All right. Well, there we go. Looks like it lines up nicely on both. There we go. So we are ready. I present to you, my fellow suckers who are about to watch this crap, the flat Earth map.
Here is the flat Earth map that I believe is correct because it lines
Barely
up.
Pause. I want to stop already. How fucking big is Australia? That's fucking ridiculous. I know Australia's a decent size, but
it's twice the size of Canada.
Let me bring that up.
In a soundstage in Canada?
I mean, that's not bigger than Canada. Holy shit. That basically would go from the North Pole down halfway along Peru.
Well, for Christ's sake, Africa is bigger than all of Siberia and Asia.
Yeah. And North America isn't quite big enough to house its own population anymore. Like it's small.
I thought things were bigger in Texas.
Well,
Reeves, this is ridiculous.
as bad as all these descriptions are, I guess it is the real flat Earth map.
Well, yeah, we'll see here in a second, but no.
Oh, wow. Okay. I got the audio boosted too, so we should be able to actually hear this fucking moron. So shall we give it a little bit more then?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And times and distances. So to me, this is the correct flat Earth model, or at least as close as we're going to get for the time being. Nothing's perfect, but this is the closest we're going to get. Okay.
I have a
Here
question.
is, this blue line.
Yeah.
How do they know it's a circular disc?
Because the Bible said it had four corners, so if that obviously makes it round.
They've been eating too many pizzas.
Yeah. By the way, that map we're looking at there, now bear with me here. He's being intellectually dishonest. Because
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Because that actually is a World War II era flight map.
Isn't it more or less the azimuthal equidistant projection of the globe?
It is, and I think that is in particular from there was a, I can't remember which one, because I have a couple of them. They look exactly like that. But there's he cut off. I noticed how he just has that circle and cuts off the corners. The reason is because the corners are where the legends are that tell you about how, okay, so as you go farther out from center, it distorts and your flight paths are not correct. And it's even got a graph to show you how to correct for the distance measurements because it's a globe projected onto a flat piece of paper. That's what that is.
I was going to say, it looks very similar to the map they use for plotting undersea cables. So I've seen one that looks like that a couple of times, but it just looks like a fucked up map.
Yes. Yep. It is. It's similar. I just dropped one in the green room. Well,
Just waiting for it to pop up.
Except I dropped it into links, roll call instead of green room. Because I'm an idiot. But
Steven Cup of Reason phoned in a good one. Last time I took a direct flight from Hong Kong to Vancouver, I was in the air for 15 hours across the Pacific. Explain that on the fucking space pizza.
Yes. So I just dropped it in the silly Shills green room. If you look at it, it's identical to this one, just rotated a little bit.
I was going to say, it's just the positioning of... Yeah, it's just the relative position in Australia has changed, hasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Otherwise, it's identical. And
yeah,
I've seen there are several versions from like the World War II and the 50s era. They were originally the Army Air Corps maps. And they had legends on them that he's got all cut off there that tell you that this is a projection of a globe and that the distances in this area, these areas are not correct. Yeah.
I was doing some research in the method of flat earthers, and I've discovered that they have it wrong. The sun and the moon, they do not rotate over the disk. They are fixed. The disk turns. That's why all that white stuff is out at the edge. It's the centripetal force pushing it out.
That would make more sense.
Yes.
I'm done.
All
right,
seems
so
like
should
it's
we-
a little more time then, is it?
Yep, good.
All right.
Do we have a vote up?
To Cape Town,
I haven't seen one.
Africa. 11,532 miles. With layovers, we're looking at about 46 hours of flight. Lines perfectly well with the flat Earth model.
Pause. Now, I know I know this one from looking the other day. The distance between Honolulu and Santiago in South Africa is like the 11,000 miles. So obviously he's trying to say it's the same distance as South Africa. But if we go back to his fucking map, if we can go back about 4 seconds on the video on screen, please, Dick, if possible, please.
Let's see here.
I know, I'm being awkward. I'm sorry.
Let's see if it'll let me.
That'll do.
Okay.
So he's trying to say that blue line, which obviously goes from Honolulu to South Africa, is the same distance that goes from Honolulu to fucking Santiago. I'm not being exact that it's like 11,000 miles or whatever like that, but I'm roughly sure from doing a video it's something like that, because it's also the same distance from Sydney to fucking Santiago as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't fit his fucking map. So we know straight away, regardless of the fucked up shape of the map itself, that even his distances are fucked.
Big time fucked.
Yeah, big time fucked.
Like, I've driven across Canada from coast to coast numerous times in my life. And judging by the way that North America looks on this map, I think he's cut at least a day off that journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, then this is the map you should use.
That's right.
Imagine the gas savings. That's amazing.
It took you how long to drive? You must have been using the wrong map.
Oh, if only life was that easy, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny, man. Oh, well,
Yeah,
shall
one
we
thing-
let stupid? Oh, sorry.
One thing that is interesting though is look at the latitude and longitude lines. They, I just don't.
They
know.
are, yeah, they're a bit fucked.
Yeah.
Well, look at, it's not really a proper circle. It looks more like the lid of a, commercially available jar of jam.
I think he's just wanked onto a map and let it dribble off.
That was a spillover.
Wank,
It
you
was.
say?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Should we just let wankers wank?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, what have I done?
Do we have a vote up?
No, actually, I better get to that. Good call.
Oh, geez.
Okay, now we're looking at a flight from Chicago to Tokyo, 6,303 miles, about 25-hour trip on a flight, and lines up again perfectly. The distances and times line up with this flat Earth model.
Okay, pause.
And last example.
Pause. Yeah. I mean, okay, so he's got an arrow. Lines up perfectly. How? Where's the calculations? Where's the measurements? Where's the scale? I mean, just because you put an arrow between 2 points, look, it works. Here I'm holding a coin in my hand. It's solid gold. Just because I told you. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Where's the evidence to support the claim?
That's funny. As you were saying that, I was thinking to myself of that Simpsons episode, the rock that keeps tigers away.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's like, okay, look, it lines up perfectly. How could that possibly line up perfectly? We don't know what the scale is. We don't know anything. It's just a line. Did you put the numbers? Did you calculate the numbers? Because there was, on the original map, there's a scale.
There would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I looked it up. I knew I had that picture somewhere in my notes. That map corresponds to the same azimuth A map that actually was in Air Force One in the early 1960s. on the wall.
Oh,
Ah.
So
isn't that
somebody-
interesting?
Yeah, I guess.
I just had to have a look at something. The Sydney to Santiago that I said was the 11,000 miles. It's 11,000 kilometers. No one else noticed, but I thought I'd tell everyone. Simply seems he's got it up on the map now. But yeah, that's Mike's just posted the picture. That's the 1963 map in Air Force One.
Yes.
Nice.
There's that Sydney Santiago, Mike.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah, they do get posted as well. Cool.
Because if you look at, all right, so 13 hours from Santiago to Sydney, but it's 14 hours from Los Angeles to Sydney. I wonder why that is. Geez, because look at it on the globe, the Great Circle routes, which is what we're really talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to say it takes less time to fly from Sydney to Santiago on a flat map, flying right past LA. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
See, the flat map has always been one of my biggest pet peeves because basically it's nothing more than an oversized fucking floor plan.
Yeah.
I mean, a high school, it's a straight line distance between any 2 points, yet they can't get it right.
Well, maybe if the disc was spinning underneath them as they were flying.
Well, Jen said the disc is what's moving, so there you go.
It's all Coriolis' fault.
Oh, that's right. The bastard.
Oh, funny. Well, should we let this guy keep going a little bit more?
And by the way, that flatearth.ws website is an awesome website.
There's some awesome stuff on there, to be fair.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Good explanations for all of this stuff. And then they boil it down to these little graphics here, too. So that, you could read the whole article if you want, or you could just look at this. It's great.
Yeah.
That's a great site.
Cole's Notes version.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, cool. Okay, then.
Oh, there's another one. It's a perfectly fit track. Yeah.
Okay. I'll get that up
Here
too.
is from Auckland, New Zealand to Buenos Aires. And that distance is about 6,457 miles, about a 13-hour nonstop flight. Again, it lines up perfectly with the Flat Earth model. Here we have Captain Marcelo. He is a pilot, and this was taken from a video of a flight from Auckland to Buenos Aires and back. And as you can see, this is a perfect flat Earth map, and it lines up with the map that I just showed you. Perfect. Okay,
It does.
what we have here is, to the left, we have the traditional flat Earth map, which I believe is incorrect. And to the right,
Okay, hold on. I got to bring this up. Incorrect flat Earth map. More correct flat Earth map.
if he's basing the map only being correct on flight times, of course the one on the right is going to be more
Christ.
correct because he's fucked up the actual continents and countries. It's like, that distance needs to be there, so we'll move this country and make it 10 times bigger. We'll shrink this one. We'll bring that one round there. We'll move Australia from there. See, there we go. It all works. The flight times are fine. Yeah, what about the driving times or the flights? What's a flight between fucking Perth and Sydney now on that fucking map? Come on.
It's
Yeah.
What
insane.
What about an Emirates flight from Johannesburg to Qatar?
Yeah.
That looks pretty damn long.
Yeah. I argued with a guy in the Flat Earth Society forum about maps. He's created one. It's not really a map per se. It's sort of basically flight distances and times. But he couldn't explain anything from Australia to anywhere. So his claim on that was that Australia are Qantas is a bunch of Satanists, and none of the flights are real. So I was like, oh, well then, I certainly can't disprove that. So let's move on.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
if they would get on a flight in Johannesburg and fly to Sydney, Australia, or to the West Coast, Perth, or something like that, wouldn't they be traveling east? Or at least in the direction of east, which would take them over the top of that globe.
Yes.
because they wouldn't be traveling clockwise; they'd be traveling anti-clockwise.
Yeah,
It just doesn't work, guys.
No, it does
Nope.
not at all.
Let's put a flurf in a Cessna and get them up in the air so because they might not know how to actually take off and land and stuff like that. But get them behind the controls and to tell them okay, now we're going to fly between Minneapolis and St. Paul. Can you navigate that?
Or we just take them up and push them out.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, as long as there's a small hole in the gas tank, just let them have a fly.
Well, I think you guys all missed that joke. The cities are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I totally missed it then.
Yeah, it went right over our heads. Not the first time though.
Yeah.
Oh wow. How come nobody's voting?
Yes,
vote?
exactly.
I think
There
they're
is
all
a
too
vote.
distracted with wanking.
There's one up, but
What did I start in the chat? I'm so non-apologetic. Just because I got that entire thing that in the back chat. That's awesome.
oh, geez. Here we go.
I voted for one.
So did I. All right, let's see where this goes.
Okay,
You ready?
then.
We have an actual airplane route map, which
More
outlines
correct.
the flat Earth perfectly. Exactly.
I mean, that means it's less
say that
wrong.
Earth.
Yeah.
Distances are correct.
No,
Flight
it
patterns are
doesn't.
correct. Everything
This
on the
doesn't even have an ice wall.
So I
Yeah.
believe the one to the right is the correct map. And we should be using this one. It's correct.
It's correct. No, it's not correct.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
What the hell?
Oh my god. All
What
this
is going on?
nonsense.
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm confused. I feel
It's
like that
the
song
song-
is definitely copyrighted.
Yeah, that's Curious George, man. It's what's his name
Oh,
there? That
jeez.
real stone dude that plays soft rock kind of tunes.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, so yeah. There goes a copyright strike.
Oh well, you know
It'll
we're
only
the
be
kings,
acclaimed.
right? Yeah.
That's Disney right on our asses.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep checking.
Yeah.
I assume it's just going to play that till the end.
Is that what it's doing? It's just
No, the
Look at-
song can't be that long. There's like still 5 minutes of video or something.
like aren't the moon and sun low enough that we should be able to go visit them?
You would have thought so.
Holy
I just had a
shit.
I just had a quick check online how big Australia is from where did I actually measure from. Just north of Calabria. I'm really sorry, I probably fucking butchered that. To basically Brisbane is only 2,500
Security
miles.
alert. Morons detected.
Oops. Oops.
So, yeah.
I was
I
just
heard the
testing to
script
make sure the system's working. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
This discussion, it's actually kind of interesting to see if Flurf take this on because most of them avoid maps like the fucking what are we talking about now?
Oh my God, there's still the music. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of the 7 days in the day that the Lord biddeth up the breach of his people, and the healtheth the stroke of their wound, wank. He's just talking about stroking and wanking again. Yeah, I've had too much wine to read words. I don't know why I suddenly did that.
So the Lord is into S&M there.
Probably. Why not? It's not that bad.
Yeah, like if we want to, let's not use Bible verses to really prove anything relevant in today's society. Because here's another paraphrased Bible quote. Paraphrased, bear in mind. There's no men around. Let's seduce and fuck our uncle.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, lad.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Lad.
You've never met my uncle. You don't want to do that.
Wow.
Well, if,
Well, he's okay until he gets to the point. Well, no, never mind.
there's always the fun with the Bible, though. They want to cherry pick the bits that support their belief, and they ignore the bits that don't. Like, yeah, let's not stone the women who did this. Let's ignore the bits about mixed wearing cloths. Let's ignore that other bit. Let's just go on these bits. Let's ignore the fact that in the 1940s or 50s, they changed the word from sexual deviant to homosexual just because they could. Mike, I see your hand. It popped up. Magic.
Yeah, like I was saying that it's kind of interesting to see a Flurf take this subject on, because most of them avoid it like the plague, because no one can agree. None of them can agree on a flat Earth map because they can't make one work. You know, let's say if we only go back to the time of Robotham, so we're talking what, maybe 160, 140 years, I forget, I guess. And since that time, in the time when we had enough modern technology to figure shit out, they have not been able to come up with a map, no matter how hard they tried. Shouldn't that be a huge clue to them that there's something wrong with their view of the world when the globe distances work completely every time? The Great Circle routes are perfect, something we can easily calculate and verify them, and you can't do that on a flat map. That should be a clue to them that this is all just plain stupid. That they should start to realize that there's something wrong with the way they're doing things.
You would think, but
you would.
You know, it's rough. I mean, we've seen some unbelievable stuff. Oh, sorry, Barman.
No, you're right. I was going to say, I heard the important saying there. You would think we're talking about flat earthers. There's no thinking coming into this.
Well,
there
that's
Good
the
point.
other reason they avoid this discussion. It's one of the few. It's like frickin' Flurf kryptonite, because they have no answers for that, and they know they don't. So, it's no matter what they believe, it's intellectual dishonesty all wound up.
I want any flat earther anywhere to learn enough about surveying that they can measure distances and angles and draw a rudimentary map of, say, the city that they live in. I don't need to know details. Just how about the basic borders?
Yeah.
And then if you can do that, why don't you try the state? And if you can do that, why don't you try the nation? and see that the maps we have really actually are correct.
I saw a flat Earth meme a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, where a flat earther put up a meme at Facebook that had a theodolite, it had a astrolabe, a sextant, a compass. It said all of these things prove the Earth is flat. He got crucified, but it's like, if you really know how any of those things work, they don't work if the Earth is flat. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Jen's right. Get them a theodolite, show them how to use it. Take one of the online courses from MIT in surveying. They're free. You could take those online courses for nothing, syllabus and all. You'd have to obviously buy the books yourself, but you could take these classes free and learn how to do it, and then go out and do some mapping. So, idiots.
Take a theodolite that's on your iPhone or Android device, available at the Play Store, and and just turn it on and look at the numbers up on top where it says latitude and longitude, and then go to a map and look that up, and you'll be surprised to find out that it's showing exactly where you're standing. How can they not figure this out?
They don't want to. There's some things that they avoid, at all costs, because there are no answers. And the map always pisses me off.
I'm sure it was Spurs Keysmo who said sextants don't work in the southern hemisphere.
What?
They don't.
Yeah, apparently not. It's because the sections they're just the southern hemisphere just fucks flat earthers over, really, doesn't it? So
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Well, you know, the northern hemisphere does too. It's just a few degrees, you know, either north or south of the equator, or maybe it's just the equator is the only thing that has correct distances. I mean, the farther north you go on a flat map, the more compressed the distances get. The farther south you go, the wider they get. Although I remember Sam and Dan had done a video on these guys that were trying to prove that the distances on in the United States were like twice as big as reality. And they were, I don't know, they videoed a plane taking off with an SUV driving in the distance and somehow correlated
those
that.
idiots.
Yeah. And it was really, really weird. But you know, it's like, okay, so if you can't make the map work for you, I guess you just keep trying to say the globe map is wrong. I don't know. Of course, that's the typical flurf thing. We don't present any evidence to support the flat Earth. We only attack the globe because that's all we got.
Those two idiots' theory is that the Earth is actually half the distance or half the size that they show on maps.
Yeah. Because you know that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just want to throw one out to John Rapp. Please do not start that and make sure no flurf actually spots it. Relative distance disequilibrium. No, please, just no.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Should we dig into another one?
Yes.
Oh, please do. That map was boring.
Right.
Well, it wasn't boring. It was funny, but
Yeah. So we got, what about hell? We got, that's all it says. Newton's laws contradicting themselves. Dome or level firmament. Top 5 proofs it exists. It could be good. And let's put what will we put in this one? Balanced sexual, spiritual, and physical energy. Karen's talk. Remember that Karen's talk?
Karen's.
Yeah.
I'm up
Karen's
for sex.
talk after show. So, what do you go? Should we try that one? It sounds crazy.
I'm going to say that I like the sound of that because although dome proof sounds intriguing, we're going to put it on and it's going to be, here's a sundog, here's a rainbow. These can only happen on a flat earth because of a thing I did with a bowl.
Yeah. You know what it's going to be already. See, I agree with Godless Scummer. He says Karen's. Daybreaker Flint says Barman's, so we can say that's Karen's.
Well, if we're going to do the sex thing, let me change my batteries first.
Oh, Jenny, you know you can always set my face. I don't mind.
Sit on my face and tell me that you love me.
I heard another version of that song the other day, and I can't fucking find it anywhere because you type in "sit on my face" and it just takes you to that, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh yeah. Because I mean, it's the one I know. Holy, yeah.
Same.
Okay, so I guess we should intro this with "Sit on my face and tell me that you love me."
Well, that or Tony Regime's latest comment in chat: "Attack of the 50 wank woman." What the fuck? That wins the night on wanks. That really does. Thank you, Tony.
Wank, James
Wank. Ready
Wank.
for some woo?
I've seen that movie, by the way. The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying you've seen Attack of the 50 wank woman. I thought, wow, that's a good corner.
Yeah. That's Bukkake. Here we go.
Vine. I just love her. She's just divine. I love her. I hope you enjoyed that.
Ready?
Did no one notice she capitalized the K and the A in Karen's as if she's just leaving us to take the fucking piss? Sorry, that was all.
Is this the end of the film? Aren't we going to see the...
Let me just after a talk show.
Awaking consciousness.
Yeah, look.
Colon, did you pick this shit?
Yeah.
Let's just read. Karen talks after the show with healer teacher Louise Hollis. Deliberate creation is about the choice we make, what we choose to believe about what is possible for ourselves and in our life. You are genius. You are a genius, you fucking genius.
God.
Or you're a that's just wrong English. Is it just
hang
me
on.
or...
No,
I'm
it is
dyslexic, so I can get away with it.
You need to finish the sentence. You are genius, infinite creative potential. It still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. This is proof that the monkeys in the room will come up with something sort of coherent.
See, I can get away with it if I had been wrong, because I'm dyslexic. I can't read anyway. It's awesome. Why am I reading? You speak the spelling for dyslexia, fucking bastard.
Should we let it go there? I just, it's we had to show like this is rough. Okay, we're in for it. You can already tell. Here we go.
Can I ask you to give it a bit of a speed up? Yeah, stick it on 1.02 or 1.2%, something like that, because it goes on for so long.
I'm already at 105. Yeah, I'm already at 105 here, so we'll see if we need to. We can speed her from there. Here we go.
125 is about as fast as you can get.
I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a lot out of that. I feel like it's so important for the light weavers, as I call you, to really access their spirit, their physicality as well as their spirituality. I don't think there is a difference. It's all just one energy at different frequencies, different vibrations. But so many light workers.
Oh, geez.
It's interesting. I was just about to say to Lois, we were chatting afterwards, that
she needs to get together with right hand,
especially here in Australia. It's probably the same in other countries, where people are really into their physicality. They're into their yoga and their juices and their diets, and which diets that they're all arguing about what to eat, what not to eat. And
yeah, they're probably in. Yeah, they're all into them. Hence why we have the rise of Ann Summers, because that sorts out your vibrational frequencies.
I know what site sorts out her vibrational frequencies. They're called D cells. And judging by the look of her, she's going to need about 6 to power that toy.
D cells. She's either got a plug-ins mains or a car battery.
All right. Can I ask, do we have a vote up for this already? Because this is my least favorite kind of video, because there's nothing to debunk when someone says, mustard cures the dark energy of sadness that's caused by fucking frequencies in the sky, and it's just bullshit. It's all nonsense that doesn't mean anything. There's nothing to debunk when someone's just fucking puking out their mouth.
But I think we can learn something. I think we can learn something. She's making money off this.
That is true.
Unfortunately.
And that's the worst part. I put so much goddamn effort and research into well-articulated videos about real subject matter, and then someone comes on and talks about complete bullshit and makes a living off of it. The fuck is wrong with our species?
Indeed. Cheesemondo's got his hand here. Yeah.
Dead Kennedy, can you just show me on this this quartz crystal where the woo healer hurt you, please?
It's right here in my subscriber count.
Translation: penis.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. This is going to get gonged. I can see it now.
Yeah,
I want it to be gonged, but at the same point, I want Kevin to keep reacting to this shit. And I'm sure the chat wants Kevin to keep reacting to this shit. So you want to change those votes to 2 because you want to see Kevin have a meltdown on stream.
Fuck all of you.
Love you too, Kevin.
Playing the part of Jutmonk tonight will be DeadKennedyInSpace.
Oh, man. Okay, well,
I have to say there's one issue, Dick, about this video. It really doesn't get that interesting till about 8 to 10 minutes in.
Oh, dear.
I sat through that much of it. I don't know.
Let's just skip to 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Okay, so when I click play here, I'm going to jump it forward, and we'll see if Slappy the Seal has something actually to say here.
How did you get 8 minutes in without jumping out a window?
It was very hard. Why do you think I was on so much beer yesterday?
I need to self-medicate to watch Karen videos.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, so I'll jump forward here. Here we go. Here we go.
Exercises.
Oh, shut up.
Karen's saying, I want to make a
do
note
so
of her.
for our lineage. We give it back for them, and we heal our lineage, both past, present, and future. And that's how we transform this world. That's how we. What did Lois say? She was talking about the devil and all that sort of stuff. I kind of tune out when people start talking about the devil. It's a bit religious, but I get what she's talking about.
I know how you feel.
Distortion.
I really know how you
Giving
feel.
it back so that we can move into a new experience here on planet Earth and evolve into another way of living and being here on planet Earth, more connected to who we are as God, as spirit, as source, that love light energy that we are, that brilliance, that enormous energy. When we're living inside our limitation, we can't hope to touch that energy. So and then we start to see who we really are, that brightness, that light. That's why I put so many ND.
Holy fuck.
This is the issue, is that like when she says shit like energy, the word energy has a real meaning and a real application in science. What she's referring to is fucking nothing.
I feel like I'm listening to a glory hole give me a lecture here. What the actual fuck?
You guys, you need some hippie teaching. Okay, you're all a generation late. You missed the fun part. What bothers me most about this kind of stuff is not that it's untrue. It's just that it's laid out in such a complete bullshit manner. I mean, there's an absolute truth behind the statement that there's a connective energy between people. You've all felt it. You've been in the room with somebody special, and you have felt that energy between you and them. It's real. You know that. You know that you've had moments of I say ESP, but I don't mean that. You've had moments where you just know what another person's going to say, and they do. Yeah, we've all had these kind of. And again, I don't like the word spiritual moments or experiences, and these things are real. Okay, are they provable? No. Are they measurable? No. But what we as human creatures, we've all experienced these same things. Now, maybe they're just a phenomenon of being a conscious being, and having a certain amount of physical, chemical energy as just this thing that exists and has consciousness. But since that's all life is, isn't that valid then? And so you get a woman here who tries to put this all together in a bunch of, spiritual terms, and my energy and my chakra coming up and and when I get fucked and I vibrate this way, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Absolutely a bunch of bullshit. But the essence of what these numbnuts, and all of them, including that spiritual whatever guy that does the cartoons, they're speaking of a certain reality that nobody can deny exists, but nobody can actually prove that it exists. Okay? We've all felt it. You can't deny that.
Yeah. Like I would propose a couple of somewhat explanations on things here and there, but we shouldn't go too far from what did I call her? Slappy the Seal?
I think we should call in Aimee because she's been patiently waiting.
Yes.
Oh, she's yes.
Yeah, we have a super chat, please.
God, this scammer for £5 said, I feel like heaven's spiritual energies are rather negative right now. Whoa, you're fake. You're not real.
Oh, geez.
Let me just say another thing. I think you should rip her apart as much as you can, and I'll join in and happily enjoy it. And rip apart all these kinds of people. But in the back of your head, I think we should keep that in mind, that there is something that we don't understand about ourselves and our connectivity. That's just not provable, but we can feel it. That's all. I'm not trying to be on her side or anything. Just it's something I always think about when I hear these kind of nuts. Because like I'm an old hippie, and when we did acid, this is what we felt.
I mean, I can understand that. It's sort of the same way I feel watching like ghost videos. Like, is there something to the paranormal? Maybe, but how like paranormal investigators go about doing it certainly isn't the reality of it. You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Might as well just, put on a suit and pretend you're Dan Aykroyd.
And isn't religion really just a way to try to explain these sorts of things between people, these things between belief and disbelief? Of course, religion is also trying to explain reality that we have science to do now. But even with science, there's a certain amount of things that you have to just accept. Dark energy, dark matter. Okay, I accepted that these people say it exists because they see certain things and the way stars move and blah 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 blah. But we don't know.
Science certainly has a lot of I don't know. I've always said that the best like gross oversimplification of science is that science is the best guess at the time.
Oh yeah, I would agree completely.
Yep.
So okay, go kick the dog some more.
Also, I do want to, as Woden Toad is saying, I am very aware that Woo of the Gaps is sneaking in. I'm very much aware of that. Don't worry.
Oh, a bit more then?
Yeah.
Yes,
do it.
definitely.
Okay.
Is on the show. It's not that you have to die to contact that light, just like Lois was saying. You can bring heaven to earth, but you have to understand that it's actually there. And so the NDEers talk about that feeling that they have when they're on the other side, and that light and that love they experience. Most of them, pretty much 99% of them, talk about this all-encompassing, all-pervasive love and comfort that they feel. And this is who we can be here on earth. We can feel loved and comforted and joyous and ecstatic and excited and sexual in this physical reality. We don't have to die to experience bliss. Bliss is available here and now. Bliss is available here and now. So I hope this helps you find your bliss and helps you celebrate your physicality and who you are on earth. Talk to your inner child and reach out to Lois if you need.
Yay!
So her basic message is have sex and feel good. I like it.
Having sex and feeling good sounds like a plan. It really does.
Certainly does. I mean, it took a long time to get there, though. I mean, we was already 8 minutes in.
Yeah, there is a huge amount of spiritualism coming up on all videos at the moment, between YouTube, fucking Instagram posts of it, Twitter's got a shitload of it, and they're all exactly the same. It's like, yes, we know there's something. Can you prove it? No. So, well, we need something more than you saying, I can feel this, I can astral project. I saw one woman the other day who's like, I had a vision and I was in a supermarket and everything was dark and snowy. That's obviously about Texas. That's lovely and all, but dreaming about snow and being in a supermarket, I reckon there's a lot of people who've had that who probably don't even know about Texas being fucked at the moment. So, no?
Yeah.
And here's my big problem with these kinds of woo videos. She kept talking about God and heaven, and at the same time talking about energy and frequencies and stuff. Well, you're not talking about the Christian God and the Christian heaven, because none of that is in the Bible. None of that's in Christianity. So why are you calling it God? Why are you calling it heaven? Why are you mixing pantheons?
Because they like to cherry pick from different religions to fill their stupid bias where they've had too many drugs.
That's what it seems like. Is I'm just gonna pick a bunch of familiar things and mix them together in a pot, and there you go. There's my new religion.
Yeah,
buy my book.
Buy merch. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's pick from one of the oldest religions on Earth and compare it to one that's not that old with Christianity and Judaism and fucking everything else. And then we'll mix in some of this religion as well. Because why? Because it looks good. We'll also throw in some Native American stuff with the moon being an egg. Shut the fuck up. The moon's not an egg. Energies like you think don't exist, and the only vibrations that people feel is when they sit on the wrong fucking thing.
That's it.
It very
What
much
things
reminds
are you
me.
sitting on?
It very much reminds me of Why You Are an Idiot, who his whole worldview was like, well, God built the flat Earth, and Christianity is true, except the reason we have an atmospheric pressure gradient is because the tree of Yggdrasil from Nordic mythology is no longer here. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, did we not ask him about the giant snake as well that goes with that? Where did the giant snake go? Oh, the giant snake. Yeah, that's the one that Thor fucking killed, remember? Oh, shit, yeah, that's a different religion completely.
Is that the giant snake that is in God of War, and I call it the burp serpent?
The burp
It could be, yeah. More than likely, yeah, God of War's probably taking it for the burp serpent. Burp serpent. That's awesome. I love that.
With his voice, you kind of have to. All right, well, do we have a different flavor of stupid?
Before we do, ugly German truce. It's too cold. The snake has gone back to being 20 centimeters long. That's a joke for all the blokes in there. Oh, wouldn't you all be happy if when it got to really cold, it went back to being 20 centimeters long?
or ever attain 20 centimeters for under any condition.
Hey, it's not the size of the wave, it's the motion in the ocean.
No, it's not.
Jenny, what's the definition of a bastard?
I don't know what.
Someone who fucks you all night with a 3-inch cock and kisses you goodbye in the morning with a 9-inch tongue. I'll be quiet now.
That's funny. Well, what do you think here?
Moving on.
Yeah. What? So we've got somebody named Peggy Hall and her video "State Laws Against Discrimination."
Peggy Hall.
Yeah. We've got Newton's laws contradicting themselves. We've got what about hell? We've got and we have something about a tractor beam on the sun, SON.
Oh, I like the idea of a tractor beam on the sun, but Peggy Hall sounds great. Thanks for that, Kevin.
Yeah. Peggy Hole. Subtitle catch.
Oh, that's good.
Lucky I didn't say Peggy's.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Arduin, for pushing the poker.
Okay, so I guess it's state laws against some other kind of shit. I don't know. I'm sure she's insane. We'll see what happens.
As I remember the name Peggy Hole, I just associate with insanity, and I will always now say Peggy Hole.
Yeah, Peggy's Hole.
And Mike, we're very sorry. We are very, very sorry.
All right.
Okay, I'm making a prediction. The first words we will hear from Mike after the video plays are, "Oh, dear God." Here we go. Peggy's Hole. Here we go.
Friends, Peggy Hall here from thehealthyamerican.org. This is where you find out about your rights and how to defend them.
Hold on. First off, she's got a fucking set of choppers like a horse. Holy shit.
She does.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done videos on this woman. She is nutballed.
She could eat an apple in one go. Just boom.
She's not someone you want to get a blowjob off either. Oh, I'm so sorry today. I've had a bottle of wine before coming on the show, let alone what I'm drinking on the show.
Jesus, even somebody who doesn't have to be embarrassed when they wear Speedos would be like a toothpick for this woman.
So, I have absolutely zero knowledge of who this woman is. Why does she look like she's about to cry, though?
That is true. That
Looks
is
like
true.
someone just took away her ice cream cone.
Let's get a better look.
I can fill a bit of back data in. She is an American suburbanite housewife, as I remember, who is married to a preacher. So everything has a religious connotations to it. Nothing wrong with religion, but that's the way she takes it all. As I remember, she's anti-vax, anti-mask. COVID is half fake. I don't remember the rest of the stuff, but yeah, she is butt shit crazy.
Yeah, but if I had that hairstyle, I'd be crying too.
It's the perfect Karen hairstyle. As I remember, she's also a Karen.
It is the haircut from the meme before Karen was a thing. The "Can I speak to the manager" haircut. That's it.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would somebody deliberately cut their hair so they look like a penis?
Maybe the look on her face has something.
Oh, like when you what do you ask for when you go into the fucking stylist? What do you ask for? Do you say, "Hey, Jacques, cut me up a hood"?
Give me a carrot.
Oh, play the video. Play the goddamn video.
Your
Let's
employee
see what
rights,
she has
your
to whine
medical
about.
rights, your human rights, and your God-given rights. I want to share my screen right away because I want to show you this information that
She's selling makeup.
And that
makes
is
change.
regarding your state laws. Now, some of you are a little bit confused because you thought the state laws were the same thing as the health orders.
Hawking a website,
Remember,
as
health
always.
orders are not a law. What I have here, we spent many, many hours, my team and I, researching all of the laws.
Your team.
Oh, please debunk yourself. Please debunk yourself.
From
wait, pause.
We'll take.
You fucking sell copies of the state laws?
Yep.
Fuck you, you shell. You realize you can find all that shit online. That's required to be public information.
Yes, it is. It's required by law now to be online.
Yeah.
That is that's selling sand at the beach. Good job, lady.
Sand at the beach. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, what's the better? I'm not 100% familiar with American laws, but I would reckon there's a law that's going to be during extreme circumstances, the government can place restrictions on services, blah, 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 or something worded similar that the government's got the right during extreme circumstances to do shit.
Well,
That
there
she's going
is,
to. Oh, go on, Mike.
there is Supreme Court citation on that. That specifically says that it's constitutional for states to do that. So I don't know where she's going with this, but she's about to be wrong.
She also uploaded this video in 2 languages. So if anybody speaks horse, I could put it in her native tongue if you like.
We got a quick one from Wad and Toad, which I think is worth mentioning. Mandates have the same power as law.
They do. Most people don't seem to realize that bastards.
What I can't figure out is, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but every state more or less has the basic right to refuse if you don't follow our store policies, right? And the only general exception to that is you can't violate the ADA, which having people wear masks doesn't, because you can just accommodate them a different way. So that's why that's why I don't understand why you need to know state law, federal law, or why it's a federal thing and it doesn't matter on state. Who cares? Store policy. Follow the policy or get out.
That's right.
Yeah, as a barman, I would quite happily say if you walk into my pub without a shirt on, I will not serve you. It's as simple as that. It's no, fuck off, put a shirt on. If you're female and attractive and you come in without a shirt on, I will serve you first, but that's different. That's sexism, and I'm fine with that on that count. But the same goes for no shoes. You can't come into my pub with no shoes on. It's like people break glass. I'm doing this sort of shit to look after you. You fucking follow the rules of my pub, and if you don't like it, tough shit, go to another pub. It's as simple as that. We've had so far one person, a couple that came in, and I asked for their details for the National Track and Trace Service, which was as simple as I wanted their name, the postcode on where they came from, and a contact telephone number. The postcode was to make sure they hadn't come from an area where they couldn't come from. The telephone number was so I could contact them and say, really sorry, we had a case of COVID in the pub while you've been here, and a name, so I knew what to fucking call them. And I've only had one set of people that said, "Oh, it's not law, you know." I said, I don't fucking care. Give it me or fuck off.
That's right.
This was about 11 o'clock on a Friday night, so we're about to lock up anyway. And the wife will testify quite happily because she was sat in the corner having a drink with one of the other staff that I did not give two fucks. She didn't want to give the details. Fuck off. What was worse, they were staying on the campsite attached to the pub, so they already had to give their details, their card number, their post, their full address, and everything like that just to come to the fucking pub.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking stupid people.
Yeah, man.
The thing that people fail to keep in mind to connect A to B is that there are state laws that mandate the power to act as though they are a state law, and it's why they don't understand that. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. And to have the arrogance to think that you can just no, I'm right, and I'm going to tell you how it is just mind-boggling. Seriously. You know, can you imagine like this one at like 4 or 5 years old? No, 2 + 2 is 5. You know,
I don't know if Amy's grabbed it. Aimee, have you grabbed that chat that's just come in from Godless Scummer?
Yes, I just saw that and was getting ready to come over. He said he just checked this woman's website. Godless Scummer says this, and it says it looks as if the Order Your State Law page has been removed. That's good.
I wonder if she got in shit.
I was wondering, is that somehow illegal to try to sell people something that's available free?
No, it's not. If you put effort into organizing it in a certain way, or printing it in a certain way, or producing it, you're perfectly right to charge for your time and effort.
Sure,
and materials.
Like, yeah, in the same way that I could publish, a book on anything I could find on Google. But I wonder if there's exceptions for like legal information.
I think what happens is she wants to get paid back for the crayons she used to write it out, and so.
The classic story is buyer beware is the guy who sold the invisible tie clip for $10.
Oh, wow.
That will turn out to be a paper clip.
Well, I was going to say something similar. Can we offer the privilege of free air guitars with every super chat tonight only?
Yeah.
I heard awesome. That, I didn't listen to what you said, and then the laugh of like, fuck, that sunk in.
Oh, too funny. Well, is it woo time then? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I think it's woo time.
It's woo.
Oh.
I forgot to do the vote. There we go.
Oh, okay.
My head's in the clouds today. Okay, there we go. Votes on. All right, here we go. Woo time.
Look here, let's just go to Arizona, for example. And it says you will get a well-researched, comprehensive list and description of your state and federal laws that protect you from discrimination.
Pause.
You also.
I'm sorry to pause it so quickly, but I think I just figured out. I think I know why it's no longer available. The information is not accurate.
That could be a case.
That could be.
Because she went and phrased all of these in her, ridiculous Karen lens, and it wasn't proper legalese, and someone said, no, you can't misinform people about the law.
Yes. So is it the law,
me.
or is it how we interpret the law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That just, as soon as she said, like, you will receive a comprehensive list, I was like, oh, what kind of list? Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Aimee.
Sorry, go on, Aimee.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. We just had a super chat from God the Scummer for £2. I'm tuning up my air guitar as we speak.
Yay!
Sorry, I'm Matthew. He ran away for a second.
Do you tune by ear or you use an electronic tuner?
Oh, there's a new tuner out in the market. It's the atmospheric tuner. It's perfect for air guitars. Works great.
I tune my air guitar by harmonics.
I tune it in with my farts. I would pay $20 or $30 for a set of American laws if they came looking like the picture on a rolled up scroll that was longer than an A4 piece of paper. So say 2 A4s basically stuck together, that sort of length, rolled up, done in nice calligraphy and everything like that. I would say, yeah, that would be fucking worth it. Just to put my 2 cents in on that.
Well, since it fills hundreds of volumes of books, that'd be one long ass scroll.
Well, I'd expect more than one scroll, but I'd want them all in scroll form. And I'd want wax seals on them all.
You want the 2 roll scrolls or just a single scroll?
And every time he reads one, he wants it borne aloft by 6 well-greased eunuchs.
No. 6 well-greased bikini models. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm a sexist twat, and I'll live up to it after a bottle of wine.
There you go.
As long as it's well lubed.
The scroll or the eunuch? I don't think he needs to be well lubed. Play the video before we get demonetized.
Here we go.
Yes. The name and address
Too
of
late.
the state agency that handles civil rights complaints in your state. Additional laws that protect you from being discriminated against, such as false imprisonment, false charges of arrest, and more. This is a PDF. You get it instantly. Once you download it, the link expires after 24 hours. So download it to your computer. And these laws are to educate you, your loved ones, your businesses. We do ask that you don't embed this on a website or sell it or publish it without permission, because we have spent a lot of time putting this together. Every state, 50 states. You will also be invited to a special online class where I am going to share with you how to understand your rights and how to defend them.
Okay. I would love to take that class.
I was going to let that slip, but no, I don't think I'm going to. This whole don't republish this, don't post this anywhere else. Do you have a copyright on it? If not, then fuck you.
Yeah.
And also, if it's not just straight up information about law, how can I republish it with you knowing that it's yours and not just a copy of the laws that are public?
That's the thing. Can they copyright national law?
Right. It's like when BBC uses
cannot.
NASA footage and then they copyright claim me, even though NASA's public domain.
Oh, don't. I've had BBC copywriting the Welsh national fucking anthem on a fucking thing because they recorded it. Because they recorded it at a rugby match with 70,000 fucking people singing it. I couldn't play it because that was off the BBC website playing the fucking rugby match. You've not got copyright of all those people just because you've recorded it. Fuck off.
Well, but the law sees a difference. Again, they're copywriting the product, not the words.
Performance.
Yeah.
I was in the performance. I was there in the stadium at the time.
Matter. You were an agent of them.
Yeah. They didn't pay me. I paid to be there.
Also, I just want to point out the fucking insane price, by the way, because it's a PDF, right? You don't get a physical copy of this.
No,
that is redundant.
It's a PDF for $20, and it's state laws, so can't be more than maybe 100 pages at most. If you're going super in depth.
If it's state law, it's more than 100 pages.
That always is a hard call, Kevin. I agree with you on that. I publish a book. It's 230 pages, and I used to do printed copies, and each one would cost about $100, just because of the cost of color laser printing and assembling it and collating, blah, 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 all that stuff. But if I sell it electronically, geez, how much do I charge? I don't know how to determine that.
Well, that's
there's the question,
that's
Kevin.
my point.
How long is your book?
That's
or one of your
exactly what I
books
was
on
going to
average?
point out. My most recently published book is 233 pages in length and is available on Kindle, which is basically a PDF for $4. And I made it. I brought it up. I brought it up to 4 so that I could get some profit out of it.
Right.
Then I shouldn't tell you what I sell my CD copies of it then. that's over $65.
Wow. But if people are paying it, people are paying it.
Yeah.
Whatever the market bears.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's move on because I think she's going to piss me off.
We
very much.
I'm expecting the last few votes needed coming in pretty soon here. Here we go.
Some of you wanted to get the state rights because you thought that was going to show you what to do once you were discriminated against. That's somewhere else. You can get that for free. That is here under documents. I recommend that you watch this. Well, you should watch all the videos, but I recommend that you watch this video, what to do when you've been discriminated against. And in this video, you can see I filmed it around Christmas. In this video, you will find out all of the steps to take after your bank didn't let you in, or your kid's school is telling you you can't go pick up the books, or the library, or the DMV, any of these. And what you want to do is go here. Look at this. What to do if you've...
I'm sure I voted 2 on that.
Jerk.
You know what I find interesting is, how to protect your rights. You can have this little thing for free, but that's really going to drive you back to buying the laws, because she's going to reference stuff and you're going to be like, hey, maybe I need to read this. It's all a fucking scam. She's one of those people who are trying to make money off of COVID. That's what she's trying to do. The disingenuous little bitch. I don't care that her husband's a preacher, too fucking bad, because she is the worst kind of opportunist out there. And go ahead.
No, you finish off, mate.
And to go ahead and try and make money off of the misery and misfortunes of others, because let's face it, this is just, people are dying left and right, and you're just making money off of it, idiot.
We had a couple from Wad and Toad. I'll only read the one that really relates to that. We also had a requirement, ended in 2017, just let that sink in, that our town must keep watch for Indian attacks by stationing a man in a tower. She did post a load of other stuff, but I think that is awesome that until 2017 the law was not appealed. We do have a couple of weird ones in the UK that have not been appealed. If you're in Chester City after dark, you can shoot a Welshman with a longbow. That's always good. And a pregnant woman can urinate in a police officer's hat or helmet.
That's funny.
I liked the one of the other ones Woden Toad posted, because I've heard it before. I've seen that episode of QI. If you're driving and you encounter a horse, you must disassemble your car as quickly as possible and hide it in the bushes until the horse has passed. There's a caveat to that. If you're able to hide the entire car without disassembling it, you can. But if you can't hide the car, you must disassemble it as quickly as possible.
Yep. I think Kevin Paul's watched the same episode, because he's put, if you get in a black cab in London, they don't have a bale of hay, you can refuse to pay, because by law, all black cabs in London have to carry a bale of hay for the horse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Silly law.
It's a bunch of those weird things we never bothered to deal with because they were out of date and just sort of fell out of fashion, and there was never a need to take it out of law. It's kind of like that thing. I hate bringing this up, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's kind of like that thing how technically bestiality in Canada isn't illegal, but it doesn't mean everyone in Canada is fucking animals. It's just it's just not a thing enough to need a law about it,
Thank goodness.
I think Amy's got one from chat as well. Amy, do you want to read that one?
Yes, please, if I can. I have it saved here in Discord. It says, Mark Beiser is saying that she is essentially giving specific legal advice and is not a lawyer, which is a felony in every state in the United States.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, so that's, wow, ouch.
Mark Beiser, you're a new member. Welcome. You're fake news.
Oh. and so she's essentially a scammer, just like anyone else. And that's what you were saying earlier, Mike. She's just feeding off of. She's a parasite.
She's
She is
fake news.
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Purple Rhymes with Orange points out in chat, generally they don't pass a law until someone is caught doing it. And for another stupid law, Graham Price also in chat, you are also still allowed to legally herd a gaggle of geese through London on certain days of the year.
On certain days.
Yeah, only on certain days. I'm sure there's a law as well. I'd have to dig out to double check. You can't cross cows across a road during daylight hours.
Interesting.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Maybe the cows just don't like it.
In one,
they petitioned and got a law.
Yeah.
In one
I would
state,
guess
I
it'd
can't remember
go-
which. I think it was Ohio. They used to have a law that you shoot a giraffe and it's
Did we lose you?
fun.
We lost you there, Mike.
We lost you there.
You can shoot a
Yeah.
giraffe. What?
There seems to be I think in one state, I said there was a law. I can't remember which it was. I think it was Ohio that you can't shoot a giraffe in a cemetery.
You can't shoot a giraffe in a
Oh, well,
cemetery.
Yes,
What the hell?
and I think it had to. I think it had to do with some proposal to have giraffes. They basically would prune the trees, kind of like they used to have goats roaming to keep the lawn trimmed.
Yeah, because I remember
great.
going to Ohio
That's
when I
great.
was a child, specifically to see the roaming giraffes. I mean, they're everywhere, right?
Yeah. Maybe they're in Chillicothe, but
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of which, there is news out of Chillicothe, Ohio today. There was a woman in Chillicothe, Ohio, indicted in an arson case. Now, at this time, it's unsure to what the woman was burning, but it is thought that there was a load of bandanas, headscarves, fingerless gloves, and vests in a pile being burned. Now, Jason Smith and his PayPal donation account were unavailable to comment, but it is believed he is now opening a GoFundMe to replace said items. We will keep you up to date as soon as we find out more here on the Silly Shill Show News. Thank you for listening.
Is that a legit news story?
The first line or the first few words.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Florida man exists everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think Amy's up.
Counts also.
Yes.
Yes, please. We have a super
Could
chat.
you leave me alone, man?
Nope.
Man. Man is my imaginary friend.
Okay, yeah, just read the super chat.
Not let's go for 500. If you own any chickens in Quitman, Georgia, it is illegal to let them cross the road. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere.
That reminds me very much of there's a wonderful video on the internet somewhere of a guy in his car and he sees a chicken cross the road and he just gets out of his car and runs after the chicken going, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it?"
Too funny. Oh man. Uh-oh.
Security alert. Morons detected.
Oh my.
Deploying countermeasures. Flat Earth vermin have been eradicated. Condition green.
Okay, we're good.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, it was $74.99 Amazon. Security system's great. I highly recommend it.
With a jet and a satellite. And all kinds
Can you
of
fine tune it for Karens and stuff?
Oh yeah. It has a attitude recognition system for targeting. So you can dial up asshole to 11 and you get full on Karens. It works great.
All right, so what do we got next?
Yeah. Let me look into the bag of toys and see what we've got here. Oh, there we go. I thought it wasn't working, but it kicked in. Okay, so let's see here. We've got the Newton's laws contradicting themselves guy, and judging by the thumbnail, this guy is a real winner. Like, he's got intelligence written all over his face. I mean, it's written in crayon, but you can really see it. And then we've got the dome or level firmament. We've got consequences of truth. The non-citizen United States national allows something to do with New York County. I can barely even, I can't barely even read that one, but it should get exciting.
Okay.
Right?
Exciting.
Yeah. It looks to me like sovcitical vertical video.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So let me just make sure this is somewhat lined up for us. That looks pretty good. All right. All these different resolutions. You always got to set it on the fly, right? So here we go.
Hang on. If we're doing vertical, I have to do this, and it takes a while to go. Thank you. It was in the fridge. It's sparkly. It's Italian. It's Prosecco. I don't care.
Nice. All right. Here we go.
Not at all.
All I did was ask you for an ID or your name and date of birth.
Yeah, and I said I don't have to give it to you, but I'll give you the passport.
Right now, you're under the Constitution, right? You're in the United States of America. Yes, you have to abide by the laws.
Well, the passport's right in there.
So you have to identify yourself. Let's go outside.
Okay, I'll show you the passport. I got it.
The reason why
Wasn't a passport identification?
Yeah.
Wants you and your buddy
Please put your hands off me.
Well, I'm just making sure you come outside.
Get your hands off me. Yeah.
The post office
like
wants
walking up
you
to-
and him trespassed.
Yeah.
In order for us to do that, we have to identify you.
You have to identify the person?
Yes.
Okay. I got that in there.
And you both refused to cooperate with my partner here and walked away from him and went into
Because
the store.
we're not subject to the jurisdiction of the
You're
United
subject
States.
to the jurisdiction of the United States.
Okay.
And you're in the United
I'm
States.
You're not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. Okay, well, let's cut off your power and water. Your home is free for all invaders. The cops will not come to help you. If your house burns down, the firefighters won't come to help you. Let's see. Yeah, about that. You can go off and live in the woods. If you really want to do the I'm not in the jurisdiction of the United States, be a literal hobo because there's no other way to actually do so.
Kevin, wouldn't it be worse than if they lived either in Canada or the UK or most of Europe? You know, any country with universal free healthcare, then it'd be like, no, you got to pay for a fucking ambulance, you bastard. Mike, you've got your hand up.
Well,
there he is. Does he?
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to. Yeah, he does. Can you guys?
I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. So everything seems to be freezing on me. I don't know why. I don't know exactly where it is. I'd have to go back and look for it. But there is a statute in the U.S. that the laws do apply to anyone within the boundaries, within the confines of the United States. So if you happen to be someone from, frickin' Bosnia or Sydney or South Africa, you're here, you're still subject to the laws of the U.S. That's all there is to it. And I'm sure most other countries are exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, it when it comes to the so-called first world countries, ignorance is no excuse in the eyes of the law. It's pretty much fucking universal.
Yeah. And Mike, with what you said in mind, I need to amend my earlier statement. You can't go and live in the woods and be a hobo. You need to do it 12 nautical miles off the coast.
That's right.
That's good.
You could be a hobo in international waters.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You just love that American laws also, for your American citizenship, extend when you're in a foreign country, and the American government will help get you out of that country if you fuck up and do something wrong.
Sometimes not.
Oh, we lost Jen.
Uh-oh.
I think Meat is having a hissy fit because we discussed. We were literally just discussing in the back that there's a bit of a delay and things going on. So
Yeah, and the lag is coming and going. Like Mike had like a 2-second lag, but then on his next sentence, he was in time to talk to somebody. It was really strange. I'm like, where the fuck is the lag? What's going on? So I think Google's literally just shitting the bed.
Oh, I think they've just me then. I thought it was me.
No, see how quick he answered me right there? Like, see, it's coming and going. It's weird.
Yeah, I think they've just transferred to the Texas servers. Sorry.
Oh man, yeah, they're getting hammered.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I want to see where this subset is going.
Oh, I hope Mr. Taser comes out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we need somebody to be tased here.
Before we do, have we ever had a video that's been tased yet?
I think we had one, if not two. One?
Really? Oh, fuck's sake, I missed those ones then. I was going to say, if not, I am demanding a taser video. When Colon's back here, because obviously he's had to go for the night, his job is to find us a fucking taser video.
That's right.
Holy fuck! This video's 16 minutes long.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Double speed.
Yeah,
He's not going to say anything interesting.
These sits, sometimes their videos are just stupid long and there's a lot of nothing going on. It's like him just sitting there looking at something and talking. It's one thing I hate about these.
Oops, sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
I was when you try to adjust the speed in the way I'm playing the video back, all hell breaks loose. It hates it.
God.
Yeah. But I got it back to pretty much the same point. So I sped it up a bit, 1.2, and I'm thinking we should probably jump it ahead if we want to get some action in, because it's quarter after.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What, we got 20 minutes?
Yeah, so why don't I jump it, like it's a 16-minute video, why don't I jump forward to like 13 minutes?
Let's do it.
I say 10 minutes, 47 seconds.
Jesus Christ, Barman. All right. Fuck, he always does that.
Oh.
Well, it's either going to come in a pause where the police are ignoring him or where it starts to get interesting.
Yeah. Well, it looks like there's action. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Let him lie.
Do it.
It's okay. I saw
Actually,
the whole
3
thing,
coppers.
Man. I'm an exemplar. I've beat cancers about 16 times already.
4.
Looks like somebody got tased.
What?
Should we go backwards?
Oh, did we miss excitement?
Oh, he's on the floor. Oh, fuck yeah. Go back.
Oh, yeah, we missed
4
something.
minutes.
Did he get tased? We gotta back it up. I want to see you.
Don't tase.
I brought it back. I brought it back, so let's see if this is... I don't see anybody on the floor there.
And they
on the ground.
They're all hearing it, too.
Oh!
He's already on the floor. Just to check, was one of us saying don't tase then?
Yes, I said don't tase me, bro.
Oh, damn you, Jen. I was hoping it was the bloke. Back another 2 minutes.
Let's see what we got here.
I'll be down there to do the booking for the battery and resist.
There was no battery except on me. I was the one who was assaulted.
Okay.
He's definitely not been tased yet. He's far too grumpy.
I come in peace, Mr.
too much
McGill.
energy.
You've got a monopoly on violence. I know that. I don't. I'm not violent. You are. You're violent. All you guys are violent.
That
you
is
have a
the most
monopoly on
sheltered
violence.
statement I've ever heard.
Right? I'm neutral.
And you notice how there's
I'm a
multiple
good guy,
subsets running
non-citizen,
around here.
U.S. national. I owe my allegiance to the U.S. government.
First pass from the post office, correct? Yes. Okay. Douglas.
Hang on, didn't he just say?
Yeah, no.
The post office.
Did he just say non-citizen U.S. national? I go for the American courts. Where it was like, no, you can't.
He did. I do my allegiance to the U.S. government, and he's a non-citizen U.S. What? Like this is just making no sense.
Is he going to be the U.S. as a corporation person?
He is, and it's just like that model Sovsit girl. You remember that iconic video of the girl, Article 4, free inhabitant. He does not have to have a license. This is on recording. That chick.
Yeah.
Her whole thing was it was very similar to this. I'm trying to remember. There's an exact line that I'm trying to quote, and I can't come up with it. So someone's going to have to take this away from me real quick.
I hate those moments.
Bananas. Oh yes, I remember it now. She says she goes, he's a free inhabitant, and that means that he has all of the rights of a U.S. citizen without following any of their laws. And you just see this like incredulous look on the cop's face, and he just goes, "Well, that would just be anarchy."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you?
That's what this sounds like. Is I want all of the rights, but none of the persecution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think she was also talking about Article 4 of the Articles of Confederation, which predates the Constitution. and oddly enough, the Articles of Confederation were never repealed. And so the parts of it that don't conflict the current Constitution or aren't already covered in the Constitution are actually still legal, technically.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Does it have anything about what you're supposed to do with goats when you're bad? No sacrificing.
So.
No, it's all good.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No sacrifices.
It is a little annoying that there are these gray areas and ambiguities to these old laws that like they give something for sov sits to latch onto, and it isn't perfectly clear for people to go, no, you're wrong, and here's how.
Yeah. Well, and you notice too that in this video there are several sov sits running around.
Yeah.
They. I am convinced. Well, first of all, I have no doubt at all that these guys just do this for the content, not because they believe anything spectacular about the Constitution or anything. And they gather in the groups like this so that, when one of them gets arrested and loses their, camera or their phone, the rest of them keep recording, and then they got all the content that they need for their channel. Because that's really what it's all about for them. It's keeping up with making sure we have the content. That's all they care about.
Right.
They don't really give a shit about the Constitution or anybody's rights.
Most of these guys aren't smart enough to understand it.
No.
We should keep in mind though that a lot of these sov sits were in the crowd on January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they're gullible idiots.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth, man? Holy. Well, look at the time. We don't got too much longer before after show. Shall we let it run a bit more and just see?
Yeah.
I mean, at least see this guy get roughed up.
I want to see him get tased.
Fucking right.
United States, Nevada County, on that property, as defined by Nevada Revised. So you couldn't find me in the system, could you?
What?
If you couldn't find me, could you?
Yeah.
So you have no jurisdiction, but that's okay. Just relax. It's all right. Let him. He's getting himself in trouble. No. What don't you understand about? None of it, because none of it applies to me. I don't know why you're doing it, but whatever you want to say, you can say. The United States Constitution grants the right to states to enact laws that are more stringent than the United States Constitution. The state of Nevada has
That's nasty wind.
207.200. Good. You are more than welcome to look that up on Google. It doesn't apply to me. I'm stateless. Okay. You are stateless person. You are trespassed from the post office. Protected person. If you return to the post office,
Protected person. Protected by who?
That clear.
Who is now you're like a diplomat?
Yeah.
Who is you? You. Who is physical? Who is you? This physical object. Who is you? Have a good day. See you later. Bye.
This physical object.
Can I have my property?
Oh, I want to see you get tased, but can I cause a pause?
It's good because he's up against the cop who actually knows what he's talking about. That's awesome.
I think that cop's awesome. The way he worded that is, this physical object on the whole, you're trespassing, go away. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. He was taking no shit whatsoever. I hope it's him who tases someone. Yes. I really do. And I want to see this tase.
Absolutely.
Cheesemondo show is going to have to be delayed until we see this tasing.
Dude, he needs to go full P. Barnes.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Okay, I'll let it go a bit more. Let's see.
Arm in there. He walked away from you also?
I want a passport.
Say
Where's
again,
my
I can't hear you.
passport?
You want to go?
Where's my passport?
How can you have a passport if you're not part of the states?
Goodbye.
Well, he says he's part of the federal government, which is where you get the passport.
Oh, that
He's
guy's
already
still
on the
on the ground
floor.
already still.
Yeah.
Fuck, should we go back further then?
Yeah, we need to see him going on the
I got the
ground. Whether
assumed
it's just
name
handcuffed or
certificate in there.
tasered or what, we need to see it.
There's endorsement.
Look, he's looking down, talking. It's already happened.
Inside, witness the whole thing.
He's got the guy's backpack,
To the
too.
jurisdiction
I,
of the
I
United
guess
States.
that's the guy's backpack. Yeah, that's the guy's
I'm
backpack.
telling you what it is. And you're saying you know, you say you know more than me, okay? So
He's
let's
pointing to the ground.
He does know
Yeah.
more than you.
Oh, I
that is
don't
his.
see him
He was
there.
here for a passport, and he got that all
There
taken
he is.
care of.
Well,
there he
was
is.
no
Another
problem
2
with
minutes.
The post office. I don't
Oh,
know
there's
why
only
he got-
1 minute to go
needed a
back.
passport, right?
Like,
Now you're-
Fuck! So it must have been really.
post
Unless
office-
if it
Colon-
happens on camera, I'm going to be pissed off.
Colon said he was on the floor as soon as he went out the bookstore.
Oh, come
Ah.
on, you asshole!
You're killing us. You're killing us.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're taking
gong
away
it.
10 shilly points on that one.
Gong it.
Yeah, all right.
Yay!
Here we are searching for the tase, and we could. It didn't exist.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
That's fucking depressing. All I want this year for Christmas is seeing a guy get tased. Sorry, I should specify. Seeing a sov sick get tased while moaning at a police officer. I don't care what country it's from. I don't care if I can understand what he's saying. If it's not English or Welsh or Scottishy English, which half people don't understand anyway, let alone the Scottish. I want to see the bloke getting tased by the police for being a dickhead. That is it. Anyone in our chat who can find us that, put it in our Discord. I will give you 100 sin points on my channel and make sure you get 1,000 shill points on this channel. Please.
You know, it actually sounds like that idea would go well on cable. The dickhead tase channel.
It really would.
Assholes being tased with a wide angle lens.
You know what?
Oh,
I am
think it should-
finding, and if I can't find one, I'm going to make a taser compilation for the next show.
Yes.
I've seen one. There's one out there. It's the perfect one. It starts with someone trying to be pulled out of a car, and the guy says, "You won't tase me," and there's a countable pause as the cop thinks in his head, and then he says into his radio, "Taser, taser, taser."
See, I've got a phone. I've had Conspiracy Cats, Crafty Keeler, Tatty, and a few others that have threatened to come to the pub as soon as COVID ends for the UK, and then we can go back to the pub. So not ends, but we can go to the pub. I wonder how many things it would take to get them to let me tase them on camera. I need promises from the chat now, and I need them to share this stream saying, can we get Conspiracy Cats tasered live on camera? We'll do a double screening on his channel and this channel. I don't care. I'll put it all on his channel and then mirror it on here. If I get to fucking taser someone and you all share this stream, and I'll check the fucking analytics. I know how to do that shit for once. But fuck yes, that needs doing.
Make it a donation limit. I will donate to that.
Why don't you
I
just
could make it a charity event.
Why don't you just invite Nathan Oakley and everybody to watch that? And
I wouldn't stop tasering him. At least with cats, I'd feel bad about it. It's like, oh no,
this one's running out of battery. Get me another one. Get me another.
I'd hook it up to the mains.
Do you know how much money you'd make off that though? Holy crap!
Oh yeah,
I would do that. I'll contact Katz because I had him on show last week, and fair play, Katz is easy to contact. He's the nicest person on YouTube. I have to say it. I would do a charity event on our channel and his channel that he can be tasered, and I'll taser him, and he can taser me, and we'll raise money for a charity because that would be fucking awesome.
Okay, but what you need to do is you need to contact Oakley and offer him a flat fee of say 200 quid to let you tase him and tape it, and sign a model release so that you can do whatever you want with it.
If
That fucking idiot would probably do it for a 5-note.
If I was in America, I probably would. But you get Oakley saying, "Oh, you got to pay the flights and stuff like that." Now, someone like Flat Earth British, I know doesn't live too far away from me, and Trinity 4 doesn't live too far away from me. Holy shit! This could be the best charity event in the history of charity events.
You couldn't do it with Oakley because it would be that problem of you can't stop, and you'd end up with like that scene of the line of people in Airplane with the hysterical woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would be good. Oh yeah, shit! I'm confusing Oakley and Thompson there, aren't I? Crap.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Got your Nathan's mixed up.
I've got. There's too many Nathans.
I kind of think that it should be a law that once an officer finds out that you're a Sav Sit, he could just tase you.
That would be good.
Yeah.
It should also be a law that if you're named Nathan, you should probably be put in remedial school.
Or at least out of your misery.
Well, I think we're on time here. Kevin maybe should take us around.
All right. Well, I'll start with you, Mr. Dawson. What did you think of tonight?
That was crazy. I actually felt ashamed for pushing some of those buttons to make it happen. I'm sorry, but it will happen again. So, on that note, just remember, it's the fuck nuggets that are flat earthers, and it's the fuck nuggets that are the anti-vaxxers, and it's the fuck nuggets that are the woo peddlers. So please don't be a fuck nugget, man.
Absolutely. Well said. Sarcastic Barman, what did you think of tonight?
I really enjoyed tonight. I'm just distracted by the whole tasering thing, and I'll put it out now. If we can get 100 comments on this video, I will contact my local police force, say it's for charity. I'll contact Cats. We'll arrange for someone with a taser, proper
get a paramedic.
Paramedic, the whole works. And once lockdown is done, we'll arrange for someone to come and taser myself, taser Cats. We'll do it as donations for charity and things like that. Hopefully Cats will. He seems like the sort of person who will. But we'll have it all done properly if he will. But yeah, we need a minimum of 100 comments on this video. So everyone who's in this now, we're halfway there if you all comment now and share it. And who doesn't want to see Cats and myself getting tasered? And come on, do it. It's going to be awesome.
I like both of you guys too much to want to see you actually get tased.
I would do it for charity. I would quite happily do it for something like Mind or something like that. I would quite happily do it.
Okay, well, all right. As long as it's voluntary, I want to push the button then.
I'm going to tweet Cats now.
I missed all of that because I saw on the subtitles when I said Sarcastic Barman's name, it decided your name was Sarcastic Merman, and I thought that was hilarious.
I just had an idea. If there would be some way you could set up the triggering device to respond to Wi-Fi, you could sell the rights for charity to push the button.
That would be very cool. I've literally just messaged Cats now saying, could we taser you for charity? I'm not expecting a response till tomorrow, but yeah.
I know the response. What?
I think that's going to be the response as well. or along the lines of WTF.
Yeah.
Is charity your favorite stripper, Ugly German Truth? God damn you.
Mike Bertelson, what did you think of tonight?
Oh, there was some pretty good stupid tonight. I do have a problem with people trying to profit off of COVID. That's about as low as you can get, I think. And I was so hoping to see somebody get tased or at least taken down, because they usually do get taken down. Sav Sits, I gotta believe that they're not real. It's all about making content.
No, Mike. I started following Sav Sits back when I was in high school. They existed back in the late '60s. They are real as real can be,
and they're nuts.
Yes, they are.
Cheesemondo, let's do the after show. What do you think of tonight?
Oh, good grief. Somebody selling state laws, some kind of Karen woo, and a lack of taser. We've ticked most of the boxes. It's been a really, really good night. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Indeed.
Well said. Well said. And the tag team of Aimee and Matt, what did you guys think of tonight?
Fake news.
I agree.
It was a lot of fun. It was, some of those people on there are just so silly. I love the huge Australia that's like 3/4 the size of a real Earth. That was great. Then we had, of course, the Sovsits, which think they're about, I can do whatever I want. Not really, no. And no, I don't want my kid seeing that, because then he'll think he can do whatever he wants, huh? No. That's right. So, but we had a good night. And I do want to thank you again, Miss Jenny, for coming on. We love having you here. And I want to thank everybody in the chat, too. Thank you so much.
Good shouts.
Absolutely. And our guest of the evening, Jenni Morgan, what did you think of tonight?
I enjoyed myself most thoroughly. And anytime, Aimee, I'm happy to do whatever you would like.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
It's code. It was a good show. You guys are fucking nuts. You guys, I'm a little sad with the lack of live demonstrations, but we can't all be happy that way. It's it was great, a great time. Sovsits are always entertaining because they are so stupid and so wrong. And woo peddlers are always a blast because they're so stupid and so wrong. And flurfers are always fun because they're so stupid and so wrong. I think I see a pattern.
Absolutely. And really quickly, as for myself, I thought the map of the globe with someone telling us how it's actually a flat map because reasons was pretty funny. Karen was pretty worthless and a snake oil salesman, I suspect. And the Sovsit was one of the most disappointing Sovsits of all time. And also, I want to reiterate the thing I said at the beginning about that Twitter hashtag. Don't go tweeting, who cares about exploring space, from your device that exists because of exploring space.
Good point. Good point. Well, I think we're actually done. What do you say, Barman? Take us home, brother. Is he even there?
Barman.
Oh, he's not actually. He took off at the worst moment. I just looked in our little back chat and he's actually gone. Well, so that was our show tonight. Barman proved that he is a complete numbskull and just took off at the last moment. So we're going to sit here and make fun of him for it. I think my vote is he's probably choking one off in the bathroom. Who else? What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's wanking.
Yeah. It's definitely a wank. That's it. He got so worked up over the wank earlier in the chat that he had to have one. And I think on that note, we better say goodnight. What do you think, everybody? Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night.
Hashtag barman wank.